everyone, thank you for joining me today on episode 1 of Stretch and Breathe. Let's start by remembering it's always all right to take a break anytime you need one. Listen to your body and act accordingly. Remember, if you ever have any negative feelings like shortness of breath or chest pain, dizziness, feeling nauseous, irregular heartbeat, or any pain, that is the time to stop the exercise. Let's remember to check our posture. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall on your sit bones in your chair. Your feet are flat on the ground, toes pointing forward, and your back nice and lengthened. The crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling, shoulders pressed back and relax down. Now let's start with some breathing exercises. The first one is called pursed lip breathing. It's as if you're smelling a flower as you breathe in through your nose and as if you're blowing out a birthday candle as you purse your lips and exhale through your mouth. Let's take 5 nice deep breaths in that manner. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel free to close your eyes. As you relax. Let's do 2 more. Allowing yourself to relax. Good. Now let's practice diaphragmatic breathing. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Now the hand on your belly is what you should feel moving. When you breathe in, try to push that stomach outward, filling up the bottom cavities of your lungs with air. And as you breathe out, you'll feel that stomach come back inward. Let's breathe in and out. Making that stomach extend out as you breathe in. And exhale, having it come back. Let's do 3 more. Breathing in and out. Feel those ribs expanding and your chest lifting. As you breathe in, that belly comes out. And as you breathe out, the belly comes in. The ribs come together and the chest lowers. 1 more. Excellent. Now let's start by taking our chin and bringing it towards the right shoulder, turning that head. Now let's draw a semicircle with your chin over to the opposite shoulder. Relaxing your neck down, around to the left, and bringing that chin down, around, and to the right. Let's do that one more time. Breathing. Getting some looseness in your neck. Now let's use our shoulders. Let your arms go nice and loose. Breathing in, lift them up and hold them up as high as you can, feeling that tension in the muscles, and lower them as you breathe out, letting that tension disappear. Breathing in, hold them, hold them, hold them, and drop. Breathing out. 3 more. Hold, 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 and drop. Hold, 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 drop. Last one. Hold, 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 and drop. Good. Now let's make some shoulder circles with our shoulders one at a time. Start with your right shoulder And let's bring that shoulder to the front and up, then backwards and down. Breathing in as you come up and breathing out as you go back and down. Just start with that right shoulder and see how that feels. 4. One more of those. 5. Now let's use our left shoulder. Same thing, bring that shoulder forwards and up, breathing in. Push it back and down, breathing out. As far back as you can when you push that shoulder back. Last one. Good. Now let's do the opposite, bringing our shoulders forwards. Starting with the back, right shoulder goes back first, then forwards and down. Back and up, breathing in. Forwards and down. 3 more, back and up. Forwards and down. Last 2. And final one. Excellent. Let's do the same with our left shoulder. Bringing that left shoulder back and up, breathing in. Forwards and down, breathing out. Slowly feeling that motion of your shoulder. 3. Breathing in and out. Last one. Very good. Now let's start with a little bit of breathing. Let's start by bringing your arms up, palms pointing outwards as you breathe in. And breathing out, palms pointing outwards as you breathe out. Again, breathing in. Feel that chest rise and breathing out, feeling it lower. Now this time, let's bring our arms up and let's drop one of our arms down. Let's breathe in, bringing the arm up again. And let's breathe out, dropping the opposite arm. Getting a stretch on your side. Breathing in, both arms up. Let's turn to the right and drop both arms as you breathe out. Breathing in, both arms up. And breathing out, dropping both arms as you turn to the left. Good. Now, let's take both arms and bring them up in front. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let's lean forward from the hips without rounding your back and press your arms backwards. Breathing in, lift those arms, sitting tall. And breathing out, leaning forward from your hips, pressing the arms backwards. Let's do one more of those. And down and back. Good. Now, let's do some with our arms out in the sides. Let's breathe in, nice deep breath. And let's bring the hands together, breathing out. Open those arms wide, breathing in. And breathing out, hands together. 2 more. And last one. This time, let's give ourselves a nice hug. Open your arms up wide again. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, put your opposite arm on top now as you give yourself a hug. Breathing out. Good. Now, let's take our arms and put them out nice and straight, pressing the hands forward. And then let's pull our elbows back. Pushing your arms forward and pulling those elbows back. Let's do a couple more of those. Push and elbows back. Push and elbows back. Now this time when we push, let's try to do a little rounding of our back. Sucking that belly button in towards your spine, rounding the back. And as you pull the elbows back, let's arch the back, chin up, and breathe in. Breathing out, push forward, rounding the back. And breathing in, arching the back. do that again. And pulling those elbows back, breathe in. Last one, breathing out. Very good. Now let's do a little bit with our arms like this, like a goalpost. Let's breathe in, open that chest. And let's breathe out, bring the elbows together. Breathing in and out. Couple more. And last one, expanding the chest as you breathe in. And closing as you breathe out. Good. Now let's do a little bit with our hands. Let's start with the wrists around in circles. Breathing. Keep that breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's go the other way with the wrist now. Loosening up those joints as you breathe. Good. Let's make fists and open the hands. Fists and open the hands. Let's bring all the fingers together and apart. Together and apart. And let's give the fingers a wiggle. Very good. Let's do a little bit of palms up and flipping down. Palms up and flipping down. As we open the arms wider and wider, palms up and down. Very good. Relax. Now let's do some with our legs. Let's lift up our right knee and then our left knee. Nice and gently breathing as you lift. Right and left. Right and left. Now, let's bring our knees out to the side one at a time. Right knee coming out and back in. Left knee coming out and back in. Making sure you're sitting towards the front of your chair so that it's easier to open up that hip. Couple more, side to side. Now let's lift the knee up this time, and we're going to do a little to the side again this way before you bring it to the center and lower it down. Left knee lifts up, out to the side, back in and down. Let's do that one more time, each leg. And left knee up, out, in and down. Very good. Now let's concentrate on our heels. Let's lift the heels up for 3 seconds at a time, sitting nice and tall and keeping your core engaged as you lift for 3. Relax, breathing in and breathing out. Lift, lift, lift. Holding those heels up for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in and out. 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall with the posture. 3, 2, 1. Let's try a little bit more of our heel lifts. 2 more. Feeling those calf muscles lifting your heels up off the ground. Now let's slide the feet forward. Let's lift up our toes for 3 seconds. Breathing in and out as you lift. 3, 2, 1. Relax and breathe and lift for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. Feeling those shin muscles working. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do a few more. Breathe as you lift. 2, 1. In and out. 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now let's take our feet, and let's do a little bit of those inward and outward movements with our toes and heels. So start by bringing your feet together, and let's bring the toes out to the sides. Then the heels, toes, then heels, toes. Coming back in, toes and heels, toes and heels, toes. Let's do that again. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. And coming back, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. Very good. Working on our ankle mobility. Now let's do some more with our ankles by lifting up our right leg, making circles with that foot 10 times each direction. Breathe. And you can go the other way now. If you want to rest your heel on the ground while you do them, that's perfectly fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's do the opposite leg. You can lift your foot or you can keep the heel on the ground. Circles. 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other direction. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I'd like you to slide back in your chair so you're more supported when you lift up your right foot. Point your toe up, bend your knee, straighten your left foot, left leg, toe points up, bend the knee. Just getting those knees warmed up, one leg at a time. Breathing. Feeling that thigh muscle engage as you point your toe upward towards the ceiling. And just a few more. Lifting and straightening, bending the knees. And last pair. Now let's lift up our right leg and point your toe towards you and away. Towards you and away. Feeling that nice stretch around your Achilles tendon in your foot, the back of your leg, lower leg, and your shins. Now let's switch legs. Take your opposite leg, lift the foot up, point the toe towards you and away. Breathing, don't hold your breath. Give those muscles the oxygen they need. Good. Now rest your legs on the ground, sit up nice and tall, and let's use our toes a little bit. Keeping the balls of your feet on the ground, just the toes come up and down. Toes up and down. Lift and lower. Remember, keep the ball of your foot on the floor, and only the toes are lifting and lowering. Now let's give those toes a curl so you keep the arch in your foot strong. Curl the toes like this, straighten them. Curl and straighten. Feel that tension in your foot, release it. Breathing in through the nose and out through the pursed lips. Very good. Okay, now let's slide forward in our chair again and let's do some trunk circles. So let's have some wide legs. Place your hands across your chest. Let's lean forward slightly at the hips, keeping your back lengthened. Then lean to the side, to the back, and to the other side in a nice slow circle, breathing. Working on that postural control while you're sitting. Let's try going the other way. 3 slow controlled circles with your upper body. Feel the body weight shift from the front of the pelvis to the side, to the back, to the other side and to the front again. One more. Breathe. Good. Now, let's clasp our hands together and pretend we're going to stir a big pot of soup. So I want you to breathe in as you reach out in a circle in front of you, and breathe out as you bring the hands back towards you in a circle. Breathe. As far as you feel comfortable reaching forward, go for it. And the opposite direction, remember to breathe in and out as you bring it back. Excellent. Now, let's take our little toe of our right foot and place that gently on the ground, feeling your hip turning outwards. Then flip it around and put your big toe on the ground a little further out to the side and feel that hip turning inwards. Gently with the little toe again on the ground, feeling that hip stretch a little and your big toe now on the ground. Let's do the same with our left leg. Little baby toe on the ground, feeling that hip turning outward, and big toe on the ground gently, feeling that hip turning inward. One more time, each side of your foot with the ground. Good. Now, let's take our leg and keeping your foot on the ground, just swing your leg back and forth, back and forth. And let's try that with the opposite leg, just loosening up the hips. And maybe you feel you can do both at the same time. Good. Let's put our hands, interlock the fingers under your right thigh, lift that thigh up, and make some circles with the hip, as if you're drawing a circle with your knee. A couple times one way. Let's switch and go a couple of times the other way. Breathe. Now let's do it with the opposite leg, lifting that leg up and making some slow circles. Breathe. Opposite direction, same thing. Good. Now we'll do a little bit of a back stretch. So let's have some wide legs and let's breathe in. As we breathe out, let's reach down our legs, and you can keep your head up. If you have had any heart conditions, I would request you to keep the head up. If you feel it's okay for you, you can drop your head down, relaxing the arms, shoulders and neck and head, letting them hang as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Coming up slowly, feeling your back stacking up so you're nice and tall. Now let's do some stretching for the side of the neck. Let's bring our right ear towards the right shoulder and take your left arm. Let's flick that wrist upwards, feeling a nice stretch on the side of your neck. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now let's try the opposite side. Your left ear coming towards your left shoulder. And let's bring our right arm out to the side and flick that wrist up, fingers pointing towards the ceiling. As you breathe, feel that nice stretch in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Let's bring our chin down to the chest. Press the shoulders back slightly and breathe as you feel the stretch running down the back of your neck. Good. Sitting nice and tall, let's now stretch the back upper part of our arm by bringing your right hand to your right shoulder, lifting the elbow to wherever you feel a stretch in this part of your arm. Remember, you can hold it in front of your face or you can hold it behind your head, whichever feels right for you. Let's sit tall and breathe. Or pursed lip breathing. Now let's do the opposite side. Excuse me. Left hand on the left shoulder. Lift that elbow wherever you feel your stretch and breathe deeply. Excellent. Now for our shoulder stretch. Right hand comes onto the left shoulder. Left hand goes under the elbow, grabs your upper arm. Now bring your arm towards your chest and over to the left. Breathe. Now you can lean your head away from the shoulder you're stretching gently to feel a little bit more of that stretch. Excuse me. Bear with me a moment here. Thank you. Now the left hand on your right shoulder, underneath the elbow, upper arm, bring it down towards your chest and to the right. Maybe you feel you can lean your head a little to the opposite side of whatever shoulder you're stretching. Breathe. Good. Now let's bring our arms behind us. If you can, interlock your fingers and turn them inside out. If that is too difficult, just grab onto the bottom back part of your chair's backrest. Let's sit with our chin up slightly, push those shoulders back, and breathe. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. See how that feels to stretch the chest. Letting it rise and fall with each breath. Good. Now let's straighten out the right arm, fingers pointing upwards and pulling back on those fingers towards you while you breathe. Concentrate on the stretch in the lower part of your forearm. Underside of your forearm. Now let's flip the hand down and gently tug on this lower part of your hand towards you to feel the stretch on the top of your forearm. Breathe with me. Let's switch arms. Left arm straightened, fingers pointing up and pulling back as you breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Now let's flip the hand down gently. Tug on the bottom part of your hand towards you. Feel the top part of your forearm getting a nice stretch. Now let's make our fists and open the hands, holding them for a few seconds. Open and hold open. One more. Now, wide legs, let's bring our right arm up over your head and wherever you feel comfortable leaning to, even if it's just a little bit. Hold your stretch and breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth. You can use your opposite elbow to rest it on your thigh to give you some support. Let's bring the left arm up now, breathing in. And leaning over to where you're comfortable as you continue breathing. Good. Now we'll give our back a rotation. So hands on your right arm rest. Sitting nice and tall to begin with. Breathing in deeply. And when you're ready, turn the upper body as you breathe out. Look behind that right shoulder. Keep breathing in and out. Now the opposite side, hands on the left armrest. Sit nice and tall, breathe in first. And as you breathe out, turning the upper body, looking behind your left shoulder, and continue to breathe. Good. Now we'll take our right knee and we'll lift it up, interlocking the fingers towards your body, towards the chest, sitting nice and tall, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Releasing the low back. Next, we'll put that foot on our opposite knee. If this is too much of a stretch for your hip, you can start by placing that baby toe on the ground. Either way, just listen to your body and do what you feel comfortable with. Sit up nice and tall on those sit bones and lengthening your back. Breathe slowly in through the nose and out through the mouth. The more you concentrate on breathing, the easier it'll be to calm those tense muscles down. And allow the hips to get a nice stretch. If you feel comfortable in this position, you may want to lean forward slightly when you exhale. Keeping the back lengthened, bend from the hips, keeping your head up so you don't feel lightheaded as you lean forward. Breathe. Now lift the knee up towards your chest, hugging it close, and feel a stretch down in your hip. Good. Let's switch the leg. Lift the opposite knee now, sitting tall with your back, breathing. Always important to stretch the muscles. You can do the stretching every day with resistance training and weight training. You want to give your muscles a rest in between on days. But with stretching, you can do that any day. Now put your foot on your opposite knee if it's comfortable. If not, try just placing your baby toe on the ground. And continue to relax by breathing in and out. Exhale, you may lean forward slightly if it feels okay with your body. Good. Lift that knee and hug it. And the final stretch. We'll straighten out our right leg with the heel touching the ground, other foot flat on the ground for support. Sitting towards the front of your chair so you can get that knee nice and straight. Let's put our hands on our knee. Let's breathe in. And breathing out, leaning forward from the hips. Keep that head lifted so you don't get lightheaded. And the opposite leg now. Excuse me. Breathing in and out as you lean forward. Continue to breathe. Feeling that nice stretch on the back of your leg. Very good work. Let's finish off with a nice deep breath in, lifting the chest. And hands together as you lower them, breathing out. Open the arms, expanding the lungs. And let the arms drop as you breathe out. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone, for Stretch and Breathe. Till next time, have a great day.